You look at this situation. I mean, yes, this happens. Watson picks Atlanta. All right, yes, they got some salary cap issues. But I don't know, Mike, I know we discussed this a little yesterday. For Deshaun Watson, I'd probably take my lumps for 1 year. Okay, so what? We'll take our lumps. Yes, we got a huge number here, but after that, hey, his number is going to be pretty manageable for us as a football team, and we can start to build a team. And like we've always talked about, this is not a trade or something where you go, oh, this is Aaron Rodgers or Peyton Manning or Tom Brady at the end of his career. We're talking about a guy that's, what is he, Pete, 26? I mean, somewhere in that range where you just go, he's got a whole career left in front of him and has a body and a way about him that looks like it won't give out. So that to me, if I'm Atlanta, I would take the chance and take that lump for a guy like Deshaun Watson.
Well, again, this is one of the questions we need to get to the bottom of, because if they have done this restructuring, they were looking at a much bigger cap charge if they trade him. I just got to figure all that out and get the numbers out there so people can understand how difficult or easy it's going to be for the Falcons to do it. But clearly they're at the table.
Would you do it?
They're willing to do it.
Yeah. Would you do it?
If I was the Falcons?
Yeah.
I guess. I don't know. You're going to have Deshaun Watson for 10 years. It may take you a few years to get to where you want to be as you're getting through this. Whenever you separate from a franchise quarterback, the first year is going to entail a cap hit that is going to affect your ability to do business.
Right.
So if Watson wants to be there and he understands it's going to take a couple of years to get us to where we want to be, but this is our plan for becoming contenders, then yeah, I would do it, because you're basically setting yourself up with, and this isn't apples to apples, but it's kind of like Brett Favre to Aaron Rodgers, Joe Montana to Steve Young. You don't have that gap after a franchise quarterback where you're saying, what the hell are we doing? Who's our next Matt Ryan?
Yeah.
And Matt Ryan has been really good.
Really good.
He gets. I don't know why there isn't. Maybe because they didn't win the Super Bowl, and it's not his fault. Maybe a little bit that they blew that lead against the Patriots in Super Bowl 51. But he's an MVP. He's had great numbers. He's gradually climbing the list. And so to be able to pass the baton from him to Deshaun Watson. Yeah, you could do a hell of a lot worse if you're the Falcons. So I guess I would do it. The window's open right now.
Right.
If Matt Ryan stays one more year, what's the window going to be open for next year? Where are you going to have a franchise quarterback that falls into your lap? So, yeah, I don't know why I'm hesitating, but I would do it. I guess I'm hesitating because it just didn't seem like something the Falcons were going to want to do.
No.
But if what you're hearing is right, that this is Watson driving the bus.
I've been led to believe it's Watson. This is one where this is one of the teams he reached out to. And they were like, oh, wait, what, you'd want to come here? And then they tried to organize a plan to, appeal to him after that. And, I think I saw a report last night that they told, Matt Ryan, or there was at least a report that they had let him know that Deshaun Watson and them were in contact last weekend or whatever.
And his sister-in-law disputed that, by the way.
Okay, all right. So, we're not sure about that. All right.
Yeah. And now we have to consider with Ryan, the same thing we're going to talk about with Baker Mayfield is there irreparable harm done if they don't get Deshaun Watson.
Yeah, right.
Right?
Yeah, I hear you. I don't think that'll be the case with Matt Ryan. I think he's mature enough, secure enough in what he is to understand. There was talks last year, right, Mike? So he's had a little preparation of they might draft a quarterback. There was a lot of talk that they might be one of those teams at pick number 4. I think he understands that he's still real good, but like a Peyton Manning in the Indianapolis. Wait, there's a guy like this available. I know it's not apples to apples either, but hey, a guy like this available that you could set up the franchise with for a long time, I think he'd understand that. And nonetheless, he's going to have some people that will be knocking down his door trying to get him if they do sign Deshaun Watson.
And that would be amazing if it happens, because Ryan is the guy who has constantly said, I don't want to go. I don't want to go. I see these other quarterbacks going, I don't want to go. I want to stay. I want to stay. And he's going to get shoved out the door, which is why Aaron Rodgers took the stand he did, because he knows that loyalty is not a two-way street when you're dealing with NFL teams. It's not. They'll act like it is as long as you fit with their plan. The moment you don't fit with their plan, I mean, they want you, and I guess this is true of most employers, frankly.
Yeah.
They want you to be all in and committed to them. They want you to be loyal. They want you to be a good soldier. They want you to not make waves. They want you to not cause trouble until the moment that they're done with you. And the moment that they're done with you, get out of here. Who cares? Goodbye. We got a better option. We got a cheaper option. We got somebody who's 10 years younger than you. We got this. We got that. And thanks for all your loyalty. Now get the hell out. Yeah. That's what Aaron Rodgers saw happening to him.
Right.
He saw it unfolding the moment that they called Jordan Love's name from the podium in the draft in 2020. That's why he got pissed off.
Yeah.
And it's happening to Matt Ryan now. Yeah. So, you know what? You can say, hey, you can say Matt Ryan's mature, and Matt Ryan may be saying, "Hey, you bastards!" I'm seriously.
I know.
Saying, what do you know?
I'm sure he is. I'm sure he is to a degree.
I have suffered through crap for the last 5 years. Ever since we lost that Super Bowl, which wasn't my fault. Wasn't my fault. I'm not the defensive coordinator.
Yeah.
I'm not sending in the plays when we're trying to get a lead that's insurmountable. Yeah. I'm just doing my job. And ever since then, the organization has fallen apart around me. I have suffered through it, and I've never complained. I've never asked to be traded. I've never said a word other than show up and bust my ass every single day.
And play awesome, like you said.
And you're going to pull this crap on me in the twilight of my career?
Yeah.
So if I'm him, seriously, I understand it's within the team's rights to explore all of its options and whatnot, but I would say to the Falcons, that's fine. You didn't get Deshaun Watson. You shot your shot. Now I want out. Get me out of here. I'm not signing this restructuring. And again, I'm trying to find out if this thing went through. I'm not doing it. Get me out of here.
Yeah, listen, I understand. There's certainly he would have every right to be upset. He would. I don't know. I just don't see that in him. I don't. Again, I think he loves Atlanta. I think he's hell bent on trying to be the quarterback, the first one to bring a Super Bowl to that town. I do. I think that's really like one of the reasons he's continually said, like, I want to stay here. I want to stay here. But the NFL, and you talked about any employer, it's an unfair business. The NFL is the unfairest of them all. I mean, that's just the way it is. So we'll see. I know. I mean, again, Matt Ryan, if they do sign Watson, like you said, Cleveland, we're going to talk about Baker Mayfield here. That certainly seems like it's very shaky and on the rocks. The Colts, I mean, you look at some of those options and you go, well, they're in better spots right now than the Atlanta Falcons as teams. That's not even close. Might be a blessing in disguise if it all happens. And maybe he ends up in a better situation with a team that's, more ready to make a run in the playoffs or the Super Bowl.
Hi, I'm Mike Tirico, and thanks for watching. Make sure to hit subscribe for the latest news and highlights from NBC Sports.